Sanday is the most easterly of the North Isles. As its name suggests, it's formed from ancient sand deposits and dunes that accumulated between a cluster of rocky skerries. The clean, energetic coastal waters and shallow seabed around Sanday provide ideal conditions for forests of large brown seaweeds known as kelp to flourish. Each kelp plant consists of three main parts: the broad fronds, which capture sunlight and absorb nutrients from the seawater, a long, flexible stem or stipe, and a holdfast, which anchors the seaweed to rocks on the seabed. Low on the shore and in shallow waters, oarweed, or tang in Orkney dialect, is the most common species. It has characteristic shiny fronds and bendy stipes. In deeper waters, cuvee, known locally as red weir, becomes dominant. It has a stiff stipe that is often encrusted by other sea life. A third kelp species found in Sanday's sheltered waters has this distinctive base to its stipe, giving it its name, furbelows. Kelp grows rapidly, and each year storms and winter seas pull off the mature plants and bring vast quantities of tangles up onto the shore. This annual accumulation of tangles was exploited in the 1700s and early 1800s to produce minerals and to provide organic material to improve the land for farming. In the later 1800s, it was used to make potash and subsequently as a source of alginates for food and pharmaceuticals. The experience of gathering beach-cast kelp is still strong in local memory. Here, Ian Simpson describes how it was done.
After a stormy night, you usually got a brack of tangles, we would call it, coming in. When they broke off with the wind, it might take them 20 days to come in. You just waited, and they landed, you just got into them. If you walk around some of the beaches, you'll see like stone walls, the stees where you built your tangles on, and that was to make them dry out. And I always reckon with tangles, maybe 3 burners to the 100, right? So 60 burners to the ton. So a couple of years I got 15 ton up. But I usually reckon about 9 or 10 ton every other year.
The importance of the kelp forests and their role in providing habitat and foraging areas for wintering wader birds and common seals is recognised by the international designations of Sanday's shoreline and coastal waters. Kelp forests enhance biodiversity in a variety of ways. Many species of fish use kelp beds as sheltered nursery areas. The abundance of small fish and other food sources also draws in larger predatory fish. The productivity of kelp beds mean that they support an abundance of fish. Pollock, known locally as lythe, coalfish, haddock and cod are all commonly found in and around kelp beds. Squid use kelp forests as a place to lay their eggs, seen here dangling from a kelp stipe. Kelp stipes become a micro-ecosystem themselves as a great variety of sea life attaches to them. Many of these encrusting species are filter feeders, exploiting the elevation that the stipes provide in the water column to capture more food. This profusion of life in turn attracts grazing animals and predators such as this crab. Down at the seabed, the lattice-like kelp holdfasts further increase biodiversity by providing countless nooks and crannies for small animals and plants to make their homes. Here, sea urchins can be plentiful, and their constant grazing can prevent the settlement and growth of kelp, leading to bare patches in the kelp forest. Sea urchins move slowly over the rocks on tube feet, which are flexible and extendable projections that they control by pumping water around their body. Beneath the kelp canopy, almost every patch of bedrock is covered by a turf of red seaweeds, sponges, and colonial animals. A velvet swimming crab is on the lookout for food, and wary of larger predators that use the kelp for cover. Above, amongst the stipes and fronds of the forest canopy, one of those predators, a small spotted cat shark, is on the prowl. Ironically, it's also known as the lesser spotted dogfish. It's one of the world's smallest sharks. Like most sharks, cat sharks have very rough skin that feels like sandpaper to the touch. And so we leave the cat shark, the lithe, the sponges, starfish, crabs and the sea urchins to their home in the kelp forest. As a common habitat throughout many shallow temperate and polar seas, it's clear that kelp forests are important biodiversity hotspots. Ensuring the health and productivity of this rich habitat for future generations must be a priority.